Listen, we all know that Diaz Biffle has some of the most suspicious aim when it comes to Call of Duty Warzone. I mean, let's face it, we've seen thousands of examples of his aim doing strange things that just seem unnatural from back in Verdansk, but I'm not going to bore you with those clips today. But if you do want to see them, the links are in the description below. Today, we're going to be looking at his aim since Caldera was integrated into Warzone. In the first clip that I'm going to show you today, something extremely strange occurs. Almost looks like his aim snaps to the enemy as he lands in. Check this clip out now.
One's right here, and then the other two are like opposite sides from me, bro. Like they're everywhere, dude. Honestly, brother.
And even if you slow that footage down to 0.25 speed, you can see the aim snap. Pay attention to the timer under the map. Pay attention to anything that you think might show that this was some sort of rendering issue or some sort of clipped frames. It isn't. This is his aim snapping to the enemy as he lands in, and it is extremely strange to see. This is not aim assist. That is not how aim assist works. It doesn't snap to or lock on to enemies. Aim assist is designed to slow down your aim to make it easier for you to aim at an enemy within a certain bubble around them. Now in this next clip, you're going to see that Diaz Biffle does have knowledge of the enemy's whereabouts due to a UAV being active at the time. They are showing up on the minimap. But I want you guys to pay attention to the way in which his aim snaps to the last enemy.
I'm telling you, this thing's crazy whenever you're prone, bro.
Yeah, anyone take some guesses on what this game was? Because I think it's a solid 0.6, honestly.
So did you guys see that as well? He was initially aiming down sight towards the leg region of the enemy, and as he started to fire, his aim jumped straight up to the head. This did not look like natural recoil kicking in. It looked like his aim had snapped to the enemy's head in that clip. It is extremely unnatural behaviour if you ask me. Even the kill feed is showing that his last 2 kills were in fact headshots. Is this guy running round Caldera rage hacking? Now in this next clip, you are going to see Diaz Biffle gliding in. This is Rebirth Island, guys, and he has some sort of weird tracking through a wall. He perfectly lines his crosshair up with an enemy. Yes, he knows the enemy has moved in that direction, so people will argue that this is centering, but watching the way in which his aim seems to stick perfect to the enemy just before he aims down sight, almost like he's toggled aimbot on to keep himself on target before firing. Check it out.
That's all, bro. Where's he going?
So that to me, guys, was very strange to see. Why on earth is his crosshair perfectly tracking the enemy through that corner of the wall? Yes, we know that he had knowledge of that enemy being there, and yes, we know that somebody that close to an enemy could center pretty well, but the way his crosshairs centered so nicely, even through the wall before he peeked round, is almost as if he knew the exact location of that enemy. That enemy could have went to the right or left or up at any point, but instead he had that bang perfect on the enemy. Now in this next clip, guys, it gets very interesting because there are multiple instances of Diaz Biffle's aim snapping to enemies. Now this all to me looks like Diaz Biffle is running a low field of view aimbot. His aim on the first enemy is slightly to the right of him and it automatically snaps to him and then perfectly tracks him. Again, this is not the behaviour of aim assist whatsoever. Now the second enemy in this clip, it weirdly tracks him, but as that enemy goes down, another enemy, who we'll call enemy 3, appears from behind a rock, and Diaz Biffle's aim seems to snap directly to that enemy. But that is only the start, guys. After those 3 instances of one snap, then a weird track and another snap, he then proceeds to push those enemies, and it's an obvious play to finish off the kills, but watch as his aim snaps to an enemy that there is no knowledge of on the minimap, to an enemy that he doesn't know is there. His aim snaps. But the best part of this clip is the fact that his own teammates call him out and ask what it is that happened. And his response is definitely sus in itself. Check this clip out now.
Your fucking guts, bro.
Yeah. Where's the guy on the inside?
Can't say.
So far throughout this video, I would say there has been absolutely nothing natural about Diaz Biffle's gameplay in the clips that we've shown. But one thing you've got to remember is Diaz Biffle is somebody who has been defended by so many of these large streamers.
Question in chat from people. What are your thoughts on Biffle hacking? Biffle is not hacking. If you think Biffle is hacking, you are brain dead. I'm sorry to tell you. Someone probably should have told you earlier in your life, but they didn't. You're welcome. I will accept primes and gifted subs as a form of gratitude and thank you for making you aware of your situation. And I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.
So why are they defending him? This guy is probably as sus as they come. He is somebody who has used an unlocker tool in the past, and he even more recently has used Cold War camos on Vanguard guns.
386. Yep. Constan's tactical.
This guy is a dirty little cheater. We are talking about somebody who takes long breaks from streaming and also takes long breaks from uploading any content to YouTube, and they all seem to line up with the ban waves and updates from Call of Duty, very similar to somebody else we know. How can anybody sit there and watch Diaz Biffle playing Call of Duty Warzone and even believe for a second that he is just built different? With the whole saying that Biffy is Diffy, the chances are these are all 10-year-old kids who haven't got a clue how to play the game themselves and they're just fanboying over their favourite streamer. This is a guy who has shown that he is willing to reverse boost to get easier lobbies when playing. Who remembers back in December 2021 when he was actually found to be having over 40 games in a row with 0 kills within them games? This is a massive sign of somebody willing to reverse boost. Let's take a look at that run of games sourced out by a tapper.
Released a video in which he showed Diaz Biffle's COD tracker, and more specifically a couple strings of games in which Diaz Biffle was not live, dropped in by himself with randoms, definitely not his usual teammates, was largely inactive, meaning he wasn't moving about the map at all, and dealt very little to no damage at all. And also every single game had 0 kills. How many games? 40 plus.
But he's been seen to do this more recently as well, although not to that extent. Reverse boosting, VPN, aimbot, wall hacks, it doesn't matter. Cheating is cheating, and Diaz Biffle is a dirty little cheater. If you did enjoy this video today, guys, hit that thumbs up, and why don't you go and check this video out here? I know you'll love it. Thank you.